Hello, bonjour, twat, shit hair. I know. You probably saw the title of the video and you're like, not another video about trans stuff. It is. I know my last video was about trans stuff, but before then I hadn't done many trans videos, so yeah, so you clearly read the title. It's about binding, this video. It's about FTM binding. If you don't know what binding is, it's pretty much just wearing anything that will flatten your chest. It's, a lot of trans guys do it to flatten the chest. I thought I'd do a little talk through of what binding is, and I asked you guys to ask me questions and ask stuff that you're curious about binding, so. But before the video starts, make sure to follow my social medias, they're here. And also, I've kind of teamed up with some clothing line called Discriminant.inc. They sell binders. With my discount code NEWT, you can get 15% off anything from the store, including the binders. Recommend getting the binders without clasps on the side. Don't get a binder with a clasp on, it just don't. But yeah, binding! I think I'll just do a quick overview of what binding is. So it's pretty much wearing any kind of clothing that will flatten your chest, because if you're a trans dude, you got the titty, and you don't want that, so you flatten it with a piece of clothing. It's normally like a compression vest or a binder. So people always ask me what binders I use. I have one GC2B binder, they're good. I have another Underworks binder, and they're also good. I did have other ones, but I gave them away to my friends, because I'm just like that. Okay, so this is what a binder looks like. It's pretty much, it's like a sports bra, but like not a bra, because we don't wear bras. Shut up. So I'm going to talk through like the advantages and disadvantages of two binders, GC2B and Underworks. So this is a GC2B. It was white when I bought it, but then I put it in the wash and turned yellow, and I put it in the wash again and it turned grey. So this is just what we have. I'd say the biggest advantage of GC2B is that they're comfortable. They do hurt, obviously, because binding hurts, but they don't hurt as much as Underworks hurt. Another advantage of GC2B is that they kind of look alright, like they're not some ugly looking, I don't know, I think Underworks binders get a little crusty. They look kind of crusty if you wear them too much. The last advantage, obviously they bind well, but the disadvantage is they don't bind as well as Underworks do. So yeah, they're not too expensive. I think they're around £25, quid. I don't know how much that is in dollars, you're gonna have to look them up. Their website is just gc2b.com, I think. But yeah, these are the binders that you'll see a lot of guys wearing, so. This is the Underworks binder. This is my favorite binder, I like this one. Advantage of this binder is that it binds really well. Like, it's the flattest you're gonna get if you're gonna get a binder. Yeah, like, it's really tight. It wasn't really designed for trans guys, but like, if you talk to a trans guy, they'll know what Underworks is. Disadvantage of the Underworks is that it hurts a lot, like a lot. Like, a binding is gonna hurt, but this fucking hurts. It's not as comfortable as GC2B. I'm not uncomfortable. Underworks, I think, is like around the same price as GC2B, like 25 quid. You can get them on Amazon, which is where I get them from, or Underworks.com. So onto the Q&A section, there's a lot of questions here, so if you're wondering anything about binding, I hope it'll get answered. If not, then just comment questions and I'll try and reply. And by the way, I'm just gonna be completely honest. You know, if you know me, you know I'm just honest. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. If you don't like the answer you get, then I'm sorry. But actually, no, I'm not, sorry. Is binding safe? Long story short, no. You're compressing your ribs, compressing your lungs. If you've worn a binder for long enough, you'll know that when you try and exercise in it, you try and have a run, you can't breathe out properly in it. There's loads of cases of like bruised ribs, sometimes even broken ribs, shoulder problems, back problems. Obviously these are like long-term examples of binding, but it's not good for you. There's really no such thing as a safe binder. There are binders that are safer than others, like GC2B is safer than shitty £2 ones you can get on Amazon, but it's still not safe. Your body wasn't designed to be compressed like that. How long have I been binding? I've been binding for like 2.5 years, 3 years maybe? I don't remember. A while. Do I bind every day? Yeah, I do, and yes, even if I'm in the house alone, no one's there, I'm still binding. I shouldn't. I'm just being honest. I shouldn't bind so much because it's not good, but makes me feel good about myself. How long should you bind for in a day? So it's recommended that no more than like 8 to 10 hours you should be spent in a binder in a day. Yeah, that's how much you should bind. How many hours do you spend binding? Pretty much from when I get out of bed until when I go into bed. Pretty much all day until I go to sleep. Can you sleep in a binder? I mean, it's possible, but it's stupid. I think everyone's probably fallen asleep in a binder accidentally, especially me, because I nap so much. But you really shouldn't sleep in a binder, because when you go to sleep, your breathing gets deeper, and a binder doesn't give you much room for breathing, so it's just unhealthy. It's uncomfortable as well. It's really uncomfortable. Does binding hurt? Yes. How can I flatten my chest without wearing a binder? If you get like a really tight sports bra without cups, I feel like it helps. Some people wear 2 of them. Probably not safe, but binding isn't safe, so maybe wear 2 of them. Also, what I do, because like obviously a binder's not gonna completely flatten it, I just wear loads of layers. Like I'll wear a vest, and then I'll wear this, and then I'll wear a hoodie, and then I'll wear a jumper on top of that. Then it just like masks everything. That's why you see me in like the same clothes. It's because like they're all layered on top of each other. What's better in your opinion, half-tank binders or full-tank binders? Basically, a half-tank binder is like the one that I've got. It only covers like half your torso. A full-tank binder goes like all the way down to your hips. I've never used a full-tank binder, but I've heard from friends that do wear them that you get too hot, you get more uncomfortable, they ride up, they get itchy. Sometimes they hurt your hips because they're so tight. I just think half-tank's the way to go. How do I find the right size binder? I don't know why I get this question so much, because every website that sells binders should have a sizing chart, and if it doesn't, you probably shouldn't be buying a binder from them. If you literally just measure yourself, check the sizing chart, you'll know which size you should be. If you're in between sizes, it's recommended that you go up a size, because if you go down a size, it'll stretch out, won't work as well anyway. If you go up a size, you're not going to cause as much damage. Can you swim or exercise in binders? You can definitely swim in binders. It will probably damage the material. I know that GC2B binders are fine if you go swimming. I swam in a GC2B binder. You can get special swimming binders, you can probably look them up, but yeah, you can swim. You really shouldn't exercise in binders, because obviously you exercise, you breathe more, you breathe deeper, you need to breathe. I tried running up a hill in a binder and I genuinely almost passed out. Wasn't fun. But yeah, don't exercise in binder unless it's like ping pong. You can do ping pong in a binder. How do I buy a binder without my parents knowing? I mean, there's so many ways you can do it. One, you can ask an adult that you trust to buy you a binder. If you have a really close adult friend who has a credit card that can buy it for you, you can do that. You can ask a friend who has a debit card, because obviously like you buy binders online. You can ask someone who you trust to buy you a binder and then pay them back. There are tons of ways to buy a binder. I mean, most of them come in discreet packaging, so if you do have a card and you don't want your parents knowing, just buy it. If they ask what it is, say it's a sports bra or something. Do I have to have dysphoria to bind? I mean, I don't understand people who say they're trans without dysphoria because they feel no need to bind. You can do what you want. I've had a lot of like girls ask me if they can bind just because it makes them feel good about themselves. If you want to bind, then bind. There's no rules to buying a binder. Are there any alternatives to binding? I know a lot of people use KT tape, which is like sports tape that you use to wrap up injuries. It only works if you have a really small chest, and it's not really safe either. I know a lot of people use ace bandages, but don't do that. It doesn't expand when you breathe. It's just don't do that. Okay, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry I don't seem chirpy or sarcastic or whatever. I just started some like fertility medication. I was making really like grumpy. Like I woke up this morning and Callum was breathing too loud and I wanted to like punch him. I was like, stop. So sorry about that. Won't be like this forever. Anyway, I hope you enjoy your day. See you losers.